I've got a great book recommendation for you today. It's the book called Predictably Irrational by Dan Ariely. I am almost done with the book. I've just got like the last chapter to go. And Dan Ariely in the book goes through a lot of sort of conventional wisdom about rationality. And his argument, as the title of the book suggests, is that people are irrational, but in predictable ways. And this can include weight loss programs. This can include pricing and buying decisions, procrastination, lots of really, really interesting points of view. Now, I will tell you, it's a very quick read. It's not exactly last week's recommendation, addiction by design, addictive by design, addiction by design, from Princeton University Press. It's a much more dense and academic read that takes a much longer time to get through. Predictably Irrational by Dan Ariely is quite a quick read, not really academic, simple language. Sometimes it feels like a little bit less than what it could be, but a really good illustrator of some of the cognitive biases that we can be affected by. And I'd be super interested in interviewing Dan Ariely. Very interesting history, born in Israel, suffered really bad burns that are visible when you see him. I mean, it's noticeable. Moved to the US, went into academia, has worked with really interesting people, and his burn accident relates to his work in many ways that I've seen him discuss. So interesting guy, really good book, Predictably Irrational.
Yeah, it's an interesting recommendation. I'll have to check it out. I mean, it seems like people are always willing to take instant gratification over what's going to benefit them in the long term.
That's one aspect of it.
So, I mean, yeah, just on the premise alone, I'm hooked.
Some other interesting stuff, like, for example, when you look at pricing theory and the impact of things being free on behavioral economics and buying psychology, just a lot of really interesting stuff that I think can be applied to sort of everyday life. Predictably Irrational, Dan Ariely, that's my recommendation for this week. Check it out along with all my other recommendations at davidpakman.com/recommendations. And of course, if you use the links on that page to buy any of these books or stream films, you are also helping to support The David Pakman Show. We will take a break. We have a fantastic program for you today. I'm on Twitter at dpakman, and the show is on Twitter at David Pakman Show. Please follow one or both of us.